The income tax is voluntary, and it isn't. When it was created in 1862, it was for federal privileges. That's why you get federal income tax. It was for government was loaning out money for the railroads and whatnot. That's why you got the 1895 Pollock case that the 1913 16th Amendment overturned, which Pollock was receiving federal income, but he was argued the source. So when you go into that banana fruit company, like you were saying, it's the federal privilege. Only the bananas were the federal privilege. You have a contract with the government. The other stuff was all private, not taxable. It's federal income. That's the key to that.
You voluntarily walked into being considered a U.S. citizen. You voluntarily did it. If you became a Boy Scout, this was a great thing I was telling you the other day. Remember I was saying, if you became a part of the Boy Scout Society and you did something wrong, you get the merit badges. If you if you're part of the Wicca Society or some hell demon cult society, you lose your left earlobe. Okay?
Let me finish my thought.
Nobody forced you to accept the benefits. Nobody forced you to be a Wiccan. Nobody forced you to be a Boy Scout.
I agree. Let me finish my thought for the people that aren't aware. But in the 40s, when the government was contracted with Ford Motor Company, whoever, for the war, they just split the companies with these legalese terminology. So everybody thought their earnings was all of a sudden income, and they used Donald Duck. You could volunteer to give your money if you wanted to. You could volunteer. You could be a good American, good patriot. Even though you didn't have to. But that's what it was. Anything that's federally connected, federal income, only that is liable for the tax. It's mandatory. So Harry Reid was right when it's voluntary and it's also mandatory.
The way I look at it is the man called me up today. He's first class sergeant. What was his name? Bernard something Thompson. Nice man, black man from Texas. He wants me to help him with a custody case. He lives in Colorado. Nice man. And he said to me, he says, he called me. He says, I'm one of your citizens. I said, thank you. I said, so you're a member of my family. So what I'm saying about being a citizen, it's not that it's like you're a member of the family. And if you're a member of the family, like today, I just bought 2 shipping containers one for my children because their room is getting flooded, my mom said, and one for my mom to put her garden implements in there. So I said to this man sitting next to me, I said, look, now I'm a citizen. I'm a part of the family again. I'm an active member of the society. And now if I want benefits like my children give me a freaking hug or a birthday card or a Father's Day card, they're going to expect certain taxes from me. They're going to tax me. They're going to labor me. They're going to not force me, but they're going to put a strain on me. And now I'm going to have to give 33% now instead of just taking it and buying unicorns and pinwheels. I'm going to actually have to buy shipping containers and diapers or whatever else the hell I have to buy because I want to be part of this cult of this society. I want to be a citizen of good standing. What the United States is doing is they're basically saying, look, if you want the privileges and be able to wave the flag high and scream USA, USA at Olympic events, we expect a certain, contribution from you. We want a donation from you. It's voluntary, but once you sign up, if you don't act in accordance, like if you're not a good dad, this is what we're going to do to you. We're going to ostracize you. We're not going to give you the benefits. So that's the way I look at it. If you want to be a member of the United States, God bless you. If you want to be an active person, God bless you. And
hey, Carl, for me and you, for you and I, it's voluntary. But people like Lois Lerner, when she wanted to plead the fifth, she was receiving a federal income, a federal benefit. She had a duty and obligation to return the tax. It's a federal income, return of tax. You're returning a privilege. But anyway, I was going to get on to my main question. Here's my question. Barack Hussein Obama has a duty and obligation to protect the borders. Could he be held liable?
Is he a constitutional president, or is he the chief executive officer of the United States Corporation?
Let me finish my question, and you'll see where I'm going with this.
All right, yeah.
That woman in California allegedly was murdered by an illegal alien. So, based upon the comments you made about Bill Clinton...
She was murdered by a man.
Okay, yes. We know that. But based upon what you said about...
I don't know he was an illegal alien. Do you know what illegal alien means?
Based on what you said about Bill Clinton...
Dude, answer this. Shut this guy up. No, you're going to answer this effing question. What's an illegal alien? What is the actual definition of illegal alien?
You went Gordon Hall on me there for a minute.
What is the definition of illegal alien?
Shut this guy up.
What is illegal alien? Tell me what does the word illegal mean?
All I know is Bill Clinton had to answer a claim in Arkansas.
Dude, answer the question. What is an illegal alien?
So I'm just wondering who could...
The legal society can't lien him. Okay, they have no jurisdiction. Dude, asshole, shut up and listen. Okay? An illegal alien means the legal society has no capacity to lien upon him. They have no jurisdiction on him, okay? That's what illegal alien means. Now, I don't know if you think it means about some clown who jumps over the border, but that's not the definition of an illegal alien, okay?
I would like to get my question out.
Illegal alien. Dude, if he's an illegal alien, then obviously the legal society cannot lien upon him, okay? Their codes, their statutes, and their laws and their rules cannot apply to him, okay? Does not apply to him, okay?
I'd like to get my question out.
So a man killed him, okay? A man killed him. A man killed that woman, okay? Now, if you want to say an illegal alien killed a woman, that's ridiculous because you don't even know what the word illegal alien. Why don't you say some Martian killed that woman? That's about as ridiculous as you just sounded.
Let me rephrase the question. There's a debate about Obama and the illegal aliens, aborters, or whatever in the news media. Who, if any, could he be held liable for this since the alleged man, or the man, is allegedly an illegal alien? Could the president, the president, be held liable?
To answer your own question, how could one man be liable for another man's death? Tell me.
Because he has duties and obligations, right?
No, he has duties and obligations to his fellow man.
So why is he acting as the end-all, be-all border man? Why is he even talking about it?
Okay, he's the end-all of... Okay, what are you doing on your behalf to secure and protect the borders? Why is it up to this man to do it? Why not you? What are you doing?
I'm in Yuma, Arizona.
If this is such a damn big concern to you, what are you doing? Why are you stepping up and acting like a man and taking on liability as well? What are you doing? Oh, you're not paying your property taxes, not paying income taxes, I bet too. What are you doing to step up?
I was going off the information you shared about Bill Clinton and the claim he answered. I was just wondering if that's relative with Obama.
Dude, you're all over the freaking board. You're all over the freaking board. What do you mean does Barack Obama have a liability? What do you mean have a liability? Liability for what? Some man decided to go any place he wishes to travel on planet Earth. Nobody can stop another man from going over any place on planet Earth. I can go from point A to point B, any place on planet Earth I wish. I have just as much right to access planet Earth as you do, or any other man on planet Earth.
Is he responsible for this?
Should Barack Obama be liable for not allowing that man, for stopping that man from coming over the border? Oh, absolutely. No man should have enough capacity to stop another man to go from point A to point B, any place on planet Earth he wishes to travel. It's like some UN charter from 1946. Hello? It's like Clause 32 or Clause number 3 that says that there's no borders. That man has the right to capacity to travel from point A to point B, any place he wishes. That there can't be any walls, fences, passports, or anything that interfere with a man's right to. It
appears in the news media that Barack Obama does claim some kind of responsibility for the Border Patrol.
Because it's backwards. Because you people believe in borders. You people believe in fences. You people believe in it. I don't. I believe the man has the right to travel any place he wishes. He can go speak and act any way he wants, and he's ultimately liable for his actions. No other man is liable for that man's actions.
Carl, I and everyone else have heard you say that, like, if you have a problem with a court clerk, you go to their manager. Who the fuck is the Border Patrol's manager?
I don't care about what I'm trying to say. Is why is there? Oh, look, you're trying to say there should be a Border Patrol, right? You're saying that the government should build walls, build fences, and keep a man from going to point A from point B, wherever he wishes, right? We should all be putting fences, and people in Iowa shouldn't be able to go to Illinois, and people in Illinois shouldn't be able to go to Chicago. We should all have walls and fences because the government says, well, it's too dangerous to let them go from point A to point B, so we're going to control them because they're too dangerous. Is that what you want? You want fences all over the world?
Yeah, I believe Texans should stay south of Oklahoma. That's what I think. But I know what the hell you're responsible. Every man is liable and responsible for their own actions, pal. Nobody's liable. That man is ultimately liable for what he did to that woman, okay? Now, should have that dad done something different when he walked with his daughter? Yeah, maybe he should have walked in front of her, okay? Maybe there is a man called president. There are people called Border Patrol. Who manages this?
It doesn't matter. That man is ultimately liable. Okay, what you're basically saying is you want the government to be so
I'm not saying anything, Carl.
to be so entrenched in our lives that
No.
we can't fart without a passport. You want them? What do you want? You want them? What you should do? They should put chips in everybody so we know where every single person is at all times. You want to take away every single handgun and melt it down so nobody can shoot nobody anymore? Is that what you next propose? That
Okay.
The handgun was created so we should sue Smith and Wesson. Who else are you going to sue, buddy? Why don't you just take self-responsibility and self-liability for all your actions? Why are you trying to pass the buck on to Barack Obama? That guy's just like every other dad, every other person. He's got responsibility to his family. He's got to get up and go to bed and sleep. What do you think? What do you think this guy's going to monitor everybody on planet Earth so you feel good? So you feel safe and secure at night?
I think Roddy just needs to lose the titles and look at people as a man or a woman, not, Obama the president, or, if Obama kidnapped a person and brought him across the border or whatever and did harm to that person, he would be liable. But
what I'm saying is with this guy, he's saying, well, shouldn't somebody be liable for not securing that fence? It's like, you know what? Good. You want to hold them liable for not securing the fence? Go ahead and keep clamoring up and down like one of these Sean Hannity kind of guys, or what's that other guy, Bill, whatever the hell he does, the other guy on Bill Irishman, whatever his name is, Bill O'Reilly. And they're screaming up and down for bigger fences, bigger walls, bigger fences, bigger walls. Just keep building, keep boxing everybody in, keep keeping everybody from traveling, make licenses harder to get, make it harder to transport from point A to point B. Make the ability for man to be free as limiting as possible so we all feel safe in our little cocoons. It's ridiculous.
And we need to lose the names they put on everybody, the labels, and just look at everybody as a fellow man or woman.
What I'm saying
first.
is it's starting to get ridiculous. It's like this guy's advocating for FEMA camps. Why can't you just put us all in FEMA camps so we can all be safe and secure from everything? Well, I don't want to be in a FEMA camp. Well, for your own good. There's illegal aliens out there that he's calling illegal aliens out there that might get them. So you know what? Round up your women and children and come in these FEMA camps so we can keep you safe and secure. So that way you can't sue Barack Obama because nobody could possibly get inside here. You can't leave. They can't get in. And Barack Obama can't be sued no more because he's taking care of his children because of the U.S. citizens or just a member of a family. He's taking such good care of his children, just like every mom and dad are doing nowadays. You don't see any children playing in the parks anymore. You don't see children riding bicycles anymore. All these children are kept caged at home, kept caged and locked inside of a cell, inside of their rooms. And this is what you want. You just want people to be so safe because Daddy Obama is going to make sure I'll secure the borders, I'll secure you, I'll make sure you never get hurt and your children never get hurt and nobody will ever steal from you. We got all these nice little FEMA camps that you guys could sit in, and the men will go on this side and the women go on this side, and there'll be no rape and there'll be no fights, and we'll put you all on drugs so nobody gets mad at each other and nobody gets angry, and that's what you want. That's all you're advocating for, more government control. And I'm advocating for less government control and more liability upon the man himself. And taking self-responsibility, making everybody liable for their own actions. So you have this nut job. Look at this nut job in Canada. He just chopped off this guy. He jumped on a bus, and all of a sudden he whips out a lawnmower blade, a machete, and starts hacking people's arms and legs, and he cuts people's heads off.
Oh,
the
God.
Canadian government is letting him out on work release. They just did this 2 or 3 years ago to a busload of people. And they said, well, as long as he stays on his medications, he should be a functional member of society again because he just had a bad day. So why imprison him for the rest of his life when he could actually be a productive member of society? That's insane. So like I said, I don't look. To let the government decide, the way the government acts, like are they trying to just release this man so he causes more chaos and mayhem in society? I don't know. Is this like a great experiment they're doing with this man to see, how many more people he could whack? I don't understand what's the purpose of letting a man who just kills people back into society to run around amongst us again.
They want him to do it again. Obviously.
That's what I believe. I mean,
yeah.
For what? Like why? I mean, there's no way in the world you could possibly tell me, okay, you want to send them on work release? That's fine. There's a lot of penguins up there in the North Pole. Let him monitor some penguins. Okay? And if he wants to hack something, let him go hack a walrus. But don't let him back loose in Toronto. What are you out of your mind? Good. Go let him go, sweep some snow off an igloo, in Yukon territory somewhere.
Yeah, but by letting him out, he causes mayhem. He causes distractions from what's really going on. It keeps the people,
right.
busy.
Right. Puts them in fear. It keeps it right. Misdirection. Talking about this, it's just ridiculous. So you try to say, what's the agenda? What's the purpose of them doing what they're doing? It doesn't make a lick of sense. So you just say to yourself, man, it's got to be like all misdirection. It's like they say, well, this guy shot one woman, and he was from Mexico. Okay, how many other women were shot that day? Why is this guy so freaking important? Well, the agenda is, let's build big walls. Let's get government control in here. Let's people
create hate and discontent.
Let's get massive amount of paperwork and documents. Let's make sure everybody get a computer chip in them when they come over the border. Let's make sure your children all have chips in them, and they have monitoring ankle bracelets so we know when they leave the school building. It's becoming a prison state. It's just like.
You want to take some more questions?
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, like, good Christian people are going to be hankering and begging for more government control. When you guys should be going the opposite way. You guys should be saying, well, it was a tragedy. It was a horrible event, because I lived in what they call the wetback ghetto in Peoria, Arizona, on 43rd Street. If anybody lives in Arizona, they know exactly where the freak I live. And those people were great. I couldn't stand Chicanos, like people born in the United States. Oh, I'm from East LA. No, you're a bunch of lazy. They make fun of their own kind. They call a bunch of wetbacks. Those wetbacks were doctors, lawyers, teachers. But since they didn't speak our language, they mowed lawns. It's just like if I went over to China, as intelligent as people believe I am here, in China, the best job I could probably get is, making ramen noodles and maybe mowing the lawn because I don't speak Chinese. I don't write Chinese. I can't really converse with people in any kind of ball field. So the best job I'm basically going to get is, be a rickshaw driver or pick bamboo sprouts, because I don't speak the language. It doesn't mean that these people who are crossing the border are illiterate or uneducated or not hardworking or not college educated. There's a perception because we can't communicate with them. They're evil or dumb, or just, criminals. And I got extremely sick one time on a Friday, and I didn't wake up until a Sunday afternoon. I left all my tools in my truck. I left my door and the windows open because I didn't have air conditioning. I left all my CDs on my seat. I left the keys of my apartment in the tumbler on my door, and I just collapsed on the bed. I woke up on Sunday afternoon. I saw two Mexican women looking in the door to see if this white man was dead or alive. And I got up and I felt a little bit better. I said, oh my God, I left my door open in my truck, wide open, left all the CDs, the little discs walked in there. They could have taken my truck, taken all my tools, and they didn't, because even though I was a white man in the wetback ghetto, they realized I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning when they did, and they went to work. And when I got home, 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night, they were already home at 5, 6, 7 o'clock at night, barbecuing and hanging out, drinking beer. But they realized this white guy, because he had the same reason why they were working 5, 6 days a week. He must be, a good man because he's working hard. So they respected me as a good, hard worker. Even though we couldn't communicate verbally, we both had respect for we all had respect for each other. Now, if I did that in a not a wetback ghetto, but if I did that in a white trash mobile home neighborhood, all my tools would have been gone. My truck would have been stolen. I wouldn't expect to see one thing in my apartment when I woke up. But like I said, because these were decent people, just because, like Donald Trump said, they're all criminals and rapists, whole bull. They could have done anything they wanted to me. It was like 10,000 of them against one white guy. It would have been a slaughter. And they didn't. So I don't want to hear it. So anytime anybody makes fun of, like, people who come over from Mexico or come over from Germany, whatever, we had a flood of 1 million Germans come in. Everybody would love it. Oh, look at all the blue-eyed, blonde-haired people. Oh, we love it. I hope they move in next door next to me. It's ridiculous. They're people. It's a man. It's a woman. I don't want to hear it. I don't go through that hate crap. I'm playing that game with these people.